All right, Jedi Traders, recording this live setup. Price action already this morning, as we could see, we had the move downside. Obviously, trend has reversed somewhat, and we are back upside, looking for a potential move to the upside. So what do we have going for us? On the left-hand side, we have price action almost all 6 bars in the green here. We have volume sitting upside. The slope is upside. Money flow is upside. The cum delta bars, going back and forth. And our volume bar indicator to show us that the bar is going to close or is almost at close. We are waiting for the pullback here as price action runs up. 51.44 looks like it's going to be going green. So a pullback here and a move back upside would be the ideal setup for a scalp or for a runaway. So we'll pick up that trade as soon as if that trade opens up. All right, so we got 35 minutes to the European close. We could see that market action is still holding here. It's kind of wavering. We're waiting for the trending candle over here. Keep this in mind. We are running into Globex high and yesterday's high. Now, the first move pretty much just plowed right through the levels. So if we buy into this, just keep that in mind that you got those 2 key levels there. Volume is still looking up. We're all in the green. Cum bar, delta bars are slightly red, and we're starting to show setup on all 6 bars. Again, one of the things I'd like to do is just refresh the chart. On the Sierra charts, that would just be the insert button or just function F11. Again, lower time frame is still pulling. I'd like a little bit of a deeper pullback, but if this holds and then we get a trending candle back upside, that would be grand. But right now, no setup here, so we still wait. All right, guys, so we're getting the lift here. Note the 51.44. Look at the bars here. We're starting to go green over here. Volume is going green. Cum delta bars are in the green. 50.35. That's our lower time frame. It's still 2 indecision bars. It starts to continue. So you notice the 16.440 is the 50.35. If this bar holds its trend, this is where it's going to close at 440. If the 100 flex Renko bar here, 170 closes, it will close at 16.444. I think once it closes there, we're going to get the 6 bars in the green. And then we got a trending bar, hopefully a trending bar back upside. That would be nice. Volume is looking good. Volume's looking good. Cum delta bars, we just need that momentum. Looking at the other indices, we can see NQ getting that lift there as well. And ES is just kind of flat here. It isn't moving at all. It would help if we had trade mode on. There we go. Ready to take a live trade here, and I don't even have my trade on there. Okay, so price action holding steady. 5 charts green. 5 bars green at the bottom. 6 bars green, I'm sorry. Setting up. No move yet. We wait. All right, guys. Without a doubt, I would love to say that this is going to move upside. I can't guarantee that right now. All I can say is trend is holding up. We got 6 bars holding up in the green here. Let's refresh one more time to make sure the bars are looking the way they should. 51.44. We have, on the clock, we have 30 minutes till the European close. I'm watching the volume here kick it up a little bit. T3 slope, money flow is in the green. We got a trending bar. Ooh, did you see that? That's right. We got a bar back up, but I wanted to close upside. And I don't have a bar close here yet. Once it closes at 444, we have a confirmation. The problem is that we are running into Globex high. Sometimes it blows right through it. Sometimes it stops on a dime and doesn't go any further. So it's a question of risk here. Are you willing to go? Being the fact that we have very few trades that don't follow through on a 6 bar or a 5 bar setup. the odds of probability is in our favor. But again, we don't have the move here on the 50-35 to put us in the trade. We're looking for the solid body tail up, solid body tail up. All right, so as soon as this closes, now you could put an order here at 444 on your chart if you want to just grab it right away. Or again, 444 is going to be a lot closer than the 447, but again, no trending candle back up side. So this is the waiting process that we go through to make sure that we get in the trade at the optimal time. All right, solid body, tail up. Not yet. Just give me another trending candle over here on the right. Volume. Get some solid volume on a cum delta bar volume upside. Again, we're looking for bars like these that we've seen before previously. But again, a lot of slow price action here. And no move. Not yet. All right, so we got 25 minutes to the European close. We got about 55 minutes till the lunchtime hour comes in. We can see price action has pulled back here. Again, 6 bar setup, but it's on an indecision candle. Keep that in mind. An indecision candle means we don't know which way we really want to go. We can be going up, we can be going down. However, if we do get the 6 bars here on an indecision candle, I would prefer it to be green. That would be nice. But volume's holding up, right? And we're looking for the setup on the 50-35 here. And as long as we get trending candles like we saw here around 20 minutes ago, that would be sufficient to be in an up move. And you can see price action pulling back here. I don't know if this is going to remain chop. All I could say is the likelihood that we're going continue to go up is here, as price action is not necessarily ripping back downside. So finger on the buy button here as we run up here. Again, looking for green all across the board. And we have T3 slope still in the red over here. Check out the second bar down here, T3 slope. All right, we're watching volume. All the way down is in the green. Again, if we finish in the green here, that's fine, as long as I have the trending candle here on the, if this is the setup, if it looks good over here, like it should, like this, all right, trending bars upside with the T3 slope moving up. Everything here looks to be in green. I would love a volume bar that has a lot of strength in it. And then the 170 Flex Renko chart in trend. But again, everything seems to be stalling here. So let's wait till that move really comes on. All right, European markets closing out here in 3 minutes. We got price action moving back upside off the VWAP. Refresh the screen. T3 slopes coming into play. Volume, not yet an indicator yet. We still have a T3 slope in the red. We're still on the same bar here on the 100 Flex Renko. The only bar...
NQ short.
NQ is not short. That was an audio alert. We have the price action underneath the T3 moving average. As you can see here, we're on the second bar here, as we had one huge indecision bar that was starting to form here, all 6, but didn't manage, as we see the pullback here. Again, we're very conservative. We're waiting for the momentum move back to the upside. I still think after price action like you see coming all the way down here with these 2 setups, this setup on all 5, this setup with all 6 bars downside, and then a reversal, right? The momentum is not clearly tearing back down to the downside, so the volatility is still holding price action upside, but not giving us that full move back in trend, as price action still holding at the VWAP. I mean, look at this. 1, 2, 3, at least 3 bars holding above VWAP. All right, so following each bar. If this bar is able to close upside at 16,421.50, I think we'll have a trend back upside, which will lead us into a move into the Globex high, yesterday's high, and actually even potentially up here to the MML at 16,484. Taking a look at volume across the at the chart, we could see here, as always, diminishing volume through the AM session, much higher than last week, obviously. And then looking at the overall indice here as we prepare to take a move upside, we got a huge 2-hour candle here. Again, MMLs on the trying to move back within this range. Let me show you one more candle. The is it the hourly MML here? We could see here again all-time high up here. We're just waffling in between this shorter time frame, which is really the last 24 hours versus the last week, as we try to make an attempt off the low here. So at least 484 seems to be a reasonable level that the market might get to. But we need to break this 406, which is major support resistance right here, 16,406.25. All right, so if you go back to the regular chart, it's right here, 16,406.25. So you can see price action lifted, but it didn't have all 6 bars in sync. So if we can get that trend to lift upside, these stops along the way could be pauses, but really the MML target of 484.50 would be the ultimate level here that we would want to reach. All right, let's wait till see if that happens. All right, guys, here we go. Price action starting to get a lift here. Volume holding up. Slope is moving. Yes, yes. Are we going to get the move here? Cume bar is lifting a little bit. T3. So we got to get that T3 slope to move upside. For a glance there, I thought we were going here. There we go. Start to move. We got 26 minutes till the lunchtime hour here, usually and typically the last move of the AM session, as volume really diminishes. Again, this is the first day of the trading year, still somewhat of a quasi holiday, so you're not there is volume, noticeably more than last week, but it seems like all the players may still be on their vacations and not back in their seats of control. So we are waiting for the last move here, maybe of the session. Last move of at least the AM session. All right, so the likelihood at this point of what we thought was going to be upside not turning out to be what we really want it to be. VWAP is definitely holding up. There's no question about that. As the trend, if we're going to break this VWAP, we still have enough room here. 51.44, I believe, will go red, which will give us the move downside. I don't know if the market is ready to ramp it up, unless it's got some solid news. Its earnings, be it FOMC, be it numerous factors. So, but that's the beauty of this not getting into a trade and being caught in something that's not working out, because, whoa, it looks like we have all the bars. No, we never had all the bars in sync, so we don't take the move. And if we did have all the bars in sync, that would have been an indecision candle. That would have necessarily not put us in the trade. So we would be looking at the shorter time frame, which also didn't play out because the volume didn't play out. So conservative move to hold us out of a setup and wait for something to really show us a trend here on the indicators that we follow. All right, so we can see volume is turning downside. Money flow is in the flat position here. 50.35 is going down. Again, option to trade to the south of the VWAP. Moving average VWAP is going to break down here. There we go. So now we're almost lining up. We should have a couple more bars. There we go, going red. All right, I'm waiting again for the 51.44 to go red. All right, so we might have to take a short here. What we thought was going to turn out to be a long is going to turn out to be a short here. Volume downside, T3 slope, money volume. So all this chart says red here. 50.35 is downside, but we still don't have the setup here. Money flow is starting to go red. It's flat. 51.44, we're inching towards that. So finger is going to be on the sell button here. Simply refreshing to make sure all my charts are current. All right, Globex low, coming back down to Globex low. Let's check out the ES. ES is probably coming down too. We can see that here. All right. So turning this around. All right, so we got 51.44 is the last part of the. See, look at that. We're gonna have some time here before this moving average moves down. So. Look, on a low volume session, I would say go to the smaller time frame, but you don't even have the setup here on the 51.44. We're by a hair thin. You can see the razor thin color here in comparison to, like, you know, a wide gap like you see here. All right, so we don't have that. So the trade to take right here is right now. On the 51.44 with volume down here at the 5 EMA and the daily pivot right there. Again, if this goes red, the sell button would be the move here. As you watch the volume coming down, it's all in the red. Cume bars in the red as well. 51.44 downside. But again, if you're being patient and waiting on the conservative move on the higher time frame, it's going to take a couple more bars to get you there. The reason I'm refreshing is just to make sure all charts are current and clean. And we have a potential setup here on the 51.44 as volume continues to come down. But again, hesitating and pausing before any move here occurs. We could see Cume bar volumes pulling back up, so the momentum's not flowing down yet. We're going to need that to go red once again, back down to keep this momentum flowing down. All right, no move here yet. Almost. It's almost there. All right, so what we thought was going to be a down entry didn't play out. And again, it's holding us from taking the wrong moves. Wrong move, meaning a move that goes against us. So if market strength is really to hold up here, we tested today's open. We're back upside, major support resistance here on the MML, 16,406. Look, if we're going to move back upside, we're going to hold then on a bar above, and everything's going to look green. If we're going to hold downside, then we're going to go retest these lower levels, including possibly 328.25 down to the support oversold on the MMLs. Either direction. The question is, when is it going to happen? And as the morning hours wane on here, we only have so much time before we can make that move. All right, European markets is now closed, if I'm correct. Unless today was a general holiday. I don't even know anymore. Should check my calendars. Either way, lunchtime run up coming here, 15 minutes. So just as I mentioned here, price action holding above the VWAP, need to break that major support. What's really nice here is that we've had a pullback here on the larger time frame. And with the high statistics of probability setups working out in our favor, if this were to trend upside, we'd have lots of room here to at least get a scalp off to the Globex high. Surely we're going to get the entry in the 50.35 a little bit earlier, as there's not that much. So you can see moving average has pulled back under the VWAP where it's still above the VWAP here. So all we need is a trending candle here on 6 bars downside, and we're in a much quicker setup than having to wait for the moving average to come back above the VWAP to give us that 5 or 6 bar indicator. Volume is coming back up. The slope will change here on the next bar. Cume delta bars are in the green. This bar is about to close. We can see almost at 5,000. That's positive that we're moving up. This bar will close here at 417.75. That's a good move. And then we'll get 6 bars in the green here. 51.44 is so small to the margin here that it won't take many bars to go green here. All right, 51.44 about to stay green here. All right, so I see one move here coming into play. 50.35 chart is the one here on the right. That's already almost in the green. 51.44 is not going green yet here. And I'll tell you, if it goes green, you're going to then see these bars green because it's flat. It's flat. It's flashing on and off. You can see here. It's kind of going on and off there. So if that goes green, then those will probably turn green, which will show up as green here. But the one thing that's not green is our money flow. And that money flow has been a good indicator of price action in the direction. All right, focusing on the trend move up. Here we go. Here we go. We got a move coming on. Live trade number 2 of the day. Here we go. This bar is going to close up in the green. 50.35 is upstairs. It closes at 437. We got ourselves a up move. Volume, look at the strength of the volume. T3 slope is upside. Okay, as soon as this closes at 437, we have ourselves a setup. We got green all the way across the board here. And again, let's see if this can follow through. Let's see if this can follow through. 6 bars, 6 bars. 6 bars forming. How's our other indice working? ES getting a little bit of a climb there too. Crude on the way up. Finger on the buy button. Again, I could put an order right here at 437 if it closes, but I'd rather see the visual to make sure all my bars downstairs are in sync. Volume is up. One small tiny indecision bar here would be nice, and then a move back upside. That would confirm the move. And we're going to do it nose into the lunchtime hour here as we got about 11 minutes on the clock to the upside. Got a little late in the session to be wanting to take a trade. I tend to want to take a place in the first hour if possible. That's where your volume is the strongest. And obviously it moved the quickest as we saw this morning. Unfortunately, I missed that setup as I was placing some trades on some longer term accounts and did not catch that wave there, that ride. That first move giving us up to 94 points on the 5-bar confirmation down below. And then the 6-bar confirmation was a total of up to 45-point move. All right, so here we go. Almost price action holding up, but cannot do it. All right, this is patience. Patience, not watching every single chop. But we could see price not able to hold above major support. Smaller time frame pulling back here. Again, this is beautiful to see pull back here on this chart. If we could swing this back upside and volume hold up and the 170 hold up, then we'll have ourselves a move. But once again, to our benefit, we're not caught in a trade we don't want to be in. Unfortunately, it's not a setup that's working out. So I guess it's a lose for the market, a win for us because we didn't lose anything. If that makes any sense. All right, let's wait a little bit and see if a setup comes in. All right, Jedi traders, as we wrap up the morning session, I was hoping for a move to the upside. Almost there. We almost started to see a move back to the downside, but not enough bars in the red. Really, all it takes is one or the two of the bars not to show up to keep us from making a move as the AM session starts to roll up here. Volume as still coming down. Again, it's a play of the VWAP. It's the play of the major support resistance here on the MMLs. Are we going to go back and retest the support down here? Or are we going to finally get enough momentum to reach up, break through the Globex high all the way up to today's high? We still have all-time high still sitting way up there. I don't know if there's enough in the market right now to lift that without some news behind it. Really, all that played out today was the one move to the downside, which I showed earlier before. Here indicated by the line, we had 5 bars which lined up on the volume. Again, preoccupied there, had something else going on. And price action here with all 6 bars here around 949. The line just cut off a little bit here, so you can't totally see that. But that also would have given you some potential points into the MML lows. As we saw the bounce back upside, no real move in either direction. So even though I didn't get a live trade here on, that's okay. Patience is everything. Maybe a move will come here during the lunch hour as we just entered the lunch hour. The moving average below the VWAPs is going to give you the setup on the 5144 here as it bounces back down. But again, we're looking for the move on the larger time frame first before we take the move on the smaller time frame. All right, guys, that's a wrap for at least this morning's session. Hopefully we'll come back tomorrow and we will find a live trade and play that one out. Peace out.